The renowned chef, author and philanthropist passed away in Melbourne yesterday. A statement released today by his family described him as an irreplaceable husband, father, brother, son and friend. So many words can describe him, they wrote. So many stories can be told. But at this time, we're too overwhelmed to put them into words. For those who crossed his path, became his mate, or were lucky enough to be his family, keep this proud Scot in your hearts when you have your next whiskey. Aussie rocker and fellow Scot Jimmy Barnes was one of those mates. Barnesy tweeted, "Jock was like a brother to me and we made each other laugh and cry. My heart goes out to his family. I am speechless." Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay also paid tribute to Jock, writing, "I truly enjoyed the time we spent together on MasterChef in Australia." Gordon tweeted, "Sending all my love to Lauren and the family in this difficult time." Police are now preparing a report for the coroner. Jock is survived by his wife and their 2 children and 2 teenage daughters from his previous marriages. Jock was 46. It's so hard to even kind of process it just yet because this news came through so late this afternoon and as you said, the promos for MasterChef have been on air for weeks and everyone's been looking forward to this wonderful new season. But more than that, I mean, this is a bloke who had 4 kids, young children as well.
His youngest was 2.
That's right. I remember on the many times that he popped into Studio 10 when I was hosting that show in the mornings. He was always so affable with the crew and would take time to talk to everyone. He would always kind of get you to the side and show you pictures of his kids because he was just so immensely proud of them and of his beautiful wife, Lauren. He would say that she saved him in so many ways. He was never without his worry beads, and I loved this about him, despite the fact that he was this kind of manly Scot and drank whiskey, that he knew that there was power in vulnerability.
Yeah.
And he really worked to normalise anxiety, and he said that he would keep those beads on him at all times and, really press the beads when the anxiety got too much. But more than that, he just loved his food. He was, Irish and Scot. Yeah. And I remember once he told us, the way to make carbonara is without cream. And he was very insistent upon that.
Stood up for Italian food.
That's it, no cream.
But he was such a gentle... this was the
gentleman as well.
It's... In this industry, it's fair to say not everyone in it is gentle. That's not the personality that tends to be, an advantage.
Yeah.
But that's what I felt. I mean, we had a little bit to do with him. We'd interview him here. There was a time he sat in the chair Jesse's in, where you work actually reasonably closely with someone throughout a day. That was the thing that really stood out to me, was that there's just something about him that... vulnerable's the right word, but it's something a bit deeper than that. And he's a guy who's been through so much. We're going to talk about that later in the show. But
he was able to connect with people. And in my world, in comedy and media, it's quite a diverse group of people from different walks of life. And seeing the outpour of emotion from those communities as well has kind of been touching and shows to the level, I think your point, Jesse, that there was something that he brought people in and they could connect to it. And
But something that kind of only he brought? That's rare.
And open about the vulnerability, but also his own shortcomings, which his book, which is going to, be a huge part of his legacy as well as the carbonara. He obviously had so much that we'll remember him by, but I think that vulnerability and having a man in his mid-40s talk about anxiety is massive and made a difference to a lot of people's lives.
And he was excited about the big season premiere of MasterChef tonight. He was supposed to be on this show tonight.
Which, of course, has been held back a week.